Hey friends, Justin here with another video. Welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get back into talking about minimalism a little bit. I'd gotten away from it, um, just living life during the pandemic and being so interested in so many other things. But I want to revisit it because I think it's such an interesting topic, and this is just a flow of consciousness. I don't have anything prepared necessarily, but I want to talk about minimalism in the age of coronavirus, um, a refocus on finances and living below our means. Before Corona, minimalism, being a gray man, being off the grid, it was a novelty, you know. But I think recent events, recent politics, just the divisiveness of the world and our nation has brought back into focus the need, the importance, and a renewed interest in education on minimalist living and scaling down to essentials. Um, I know that for me personally, I had weighed a kind of a big decision, or was weighing a move to one of the coasts. Always wanting to live by the beach and different things like that. And I've compromised where I'm going to live for just 1 year because I want to take advantage of a place. Um, and I probably won't share it in this video, but in an upcoming video, I will be sharing where I'm moving to next. I think I have made a good and wise decision. Um, but I've decided to move to a place that is climate appropriate for me, but also well under the national average in terms of rental and housing costs. For the next year, while things are uncertain, while the job market rapidly develops and kind of moves forward and technologically, work from home and different things are opening up, at a crazy pace. Um, I'm going to take my time over the next year and live somewhere that's extremely cheap, extremely comfortable for me, so that I don't have to struggle or run to take, the next Amazon sorting job or the first, customer service call center job that presents itself to me. I can be a little bit more discerning instead of living in the Los Angeles housing market, which was one of my options. And having 1 or 2 months and then kind of having to um, get a job that pays the bills. Um, that's one area in my life where I'm using some of my minimalist principles and some of the things that I've worked on. Um, Not needing a zip code, not needing a specific city to define me. Over the next several months, a lot of the amenities, a lot of the clubs, a lot of the things that we talk about as highlights of these major cities, they're out of commission. So the bar scene, the club scene, the casino scene, I don't know if you're into dance and bachata and salsa and all of these different things, there's going to be a slowdown of anything that involves a crowd for a while. So, my thinking in terms of minimalism is, why pay to be close to it all when there's no such thing as that right now? And if the virus clears itself up, in February or March, that's very optimistic thinking or talking. But if it does, it would leave me, 5 or 6 months to finish a lease that's extremely affordable, could pay it off and move to, a more conducive city. Or I can settle down root somewhere that is climate appropriate for me and um, also has extremely low housing costs. So that's something to think about, over the next year. When your lease is up, consider moving to a small town. Consider moving to the outskirts or a suburb of a town you may be interested in. Um, it may be time to look at Bakersfield if you want to stay in California, or Palm Springs. A lot of these places right now are experiencing a boom. And so if you want to get in on cheap small town living, you've got to beat the rest of the crowd that are still in leases right now, but are headed to the cheaper housing as soon as they can. Some have just up and taken the eviction or the broken lease and have headed out. And a lot of the places in the town that I'm looking for, because it's subtropical, palm trees, really good climate, 70s in December. A lot of the apartments don't have availability for several months. People are moving on these units. So that's something to think about. Um, you know, in terms of um, living off the grid, in terms of self-sustainability, you may want to think about, buying a generator, buying an emergency backpack kit, buying things for emergency preparedness that we never thought before. It was a novelty, to have a flashlight in a backpack that you could throw on your back and hit the road. I think it's more important now to be prepared with those essentials, some drinking water for a couple of days, some granola bars and things to keep you going. Um, what's also important, and I think we should or something that I'm refocusing on, are very plain clothing. If you're not familiar with what a gray man is or what that concept is, definitely look it up. Look up some videos on YouTube. Um, but it is the ability to blend in, to not stand out, to um, just blend into your surroundings so that there's no attention drawn to you. You don't want attention drawn to you these days from law enforcement, that are mandating masks and different things like that. You don't want attention from protesters that may think that you have something that that you either do or you don't. Now is not a time to be flashy and be on the streets drawing attention to yourselves. So a muted, color scheme. Um, I wear gray t-shirts, or I don't know what you call this kind of gray, but I wear these gray t-shirts just about every day. They go with everything, with khakis, with jeans, with shorts, with this, with that, with the other. Um, it's cheap. I don't have to think a lot about my wardrobe, but it's also something that's accessible, it's comfortable, and it doesn't make you stand out. If I need to get out of town, if I need to, whatever the case may be, I want to be able to do it with relative ease, with relative comfort, and be pretty stealthy when I'm doing it. Um, just some things to take into consideration. Eating out is something that we should certainly cut out during this time. Grocery shopping is going to save you so much money. Go to the grocery store once a week or once every couple of weeks and start meal prepping. Once you get into that learned behavior, it takes about a month to get into the meal prepping behavior. But once you get there, I eat out now maybe 2 or 3 times a year, when I'm with company or with friends, and it's usually, peer pressure. And I enjoy it, but I live, off of my groceries and my meal prepping. Good spaghetti can last you 3 days. You can buy a very inexpensive pack of chicken from the grocery store for $3, $4 sometimes, and make nachos several days a week. I've been doing over this pandemic, I've been doing a lot of fish, I've been doing salmon and fruit and really a Mediterranean diet. Um, and it's freed me from a lot of headaches, inflammation, and stuff that a very meat heavy diet, can cause. So think about those things. It's about health right now, it's about scaling down, and it's about refocusing on what really is important and what really makes us happy. So this video is at about 10 minutes. I'm going to sign off, but please leave me a like, comment, and please subscribe to my channel for more content. I'd love to get back into more talking about minimalism. So leave me a comment below and I'll check you guys out in the next one. And please stay safe and happy out there. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.